What's up, nerds? We've got the Vader Luke 2-pack from Empire Strikes Back in hand, and we're going to open it right now. Stay tuned. That was aggressive. I ordered this the moment it became available. I mean, are you kidding me? An all-new Bespin Luke and an environmental piece? This is awesome. We're going to open it up and dig right in, see what it's all about. This is absolutely the way of the future whenever it comes to the Black Series. I am so excited about this. I mean, best movie ever made, one of the most amazing scenes in cinema history. You kidding me? Of course I'm going to pick this thing up. And so should you, damn it. All right, let's see what is in the box. Okay, right on. I like the fact that it was easy to open. That's a plus. Look at all these parts. Oh, sweet. I doubt it comes with instructions because Star Wars stuff usually doesn't come with instructions. No, we get the multi-language piece of paper in there, and that's about it. Let's see. Let's start off with the platform here. Get this out of here. Oh, we got some stuff on the bottom. All bagged up. Nice. All right, let's open these guys up. These are the railings. So what do you think? What other sets would you like to see the Black Series tackle? Think small environmental pieces. And then take those small environmental pieces and maybe add them to your most wanted list. That's right. Check out the Black Series Most Wanted. It's brought to you by Blitz Transmissions, the Sarlacc Digest, and a whole host of other really cool dudes that want to try and make the Black Series better, right? Give us some figures that we never thought we'd get made, and maybe some environments like this. I mean, why not? I know the Max Rebo band would be amazing, and they're kind of like, they have their own little environments with all the instruments, so why not? Oh my goodness, there are all sorts of parts and pieces and stuff. And no instructions on how to put any of it together. Okay. So all sorts of railing pieces. We've got these clear plastic tubes, a few more rail pieces, and then right here, and then we've got this unit right here, which of course Darth Vader cuts through, but before he cuts through it, it's one solid piece. That's pretty awesome. All right. But I am going to go ahead and pull him out anyway. Got Darth Vader here. He does have the wired cape, so we'll get into that in a little bit. We've got a really cool looking Luke Skywalker that just looks beat to hell. This industrial strength tape that they're using lately is driving me crazy. All right, let's see if I can figure this out, because again, no instructions. So, all right. Times like these, I wish I had Darth Moocher with me, because of course that guy knows how to put things together better than I do. All right, this piece, it looks like it attaches right here on the back, like so. All right, cool. And it looks as though this guy pops right into this spot right here, this hole, and there we go. All right, nice. That part's put together. Ooh, okay, I see what these are. These look like they are feet to give it a little bit of lift. Oh, that's just cool. Come on. All right, get the feet in there. Nice, I like the center support right there. It's a must-have. All right, especially whenever you get figures like Vader, who's a little bit on the heavier side. They all look kind of in there. Make sure they're in there nice and secure. Okay. And this guy right there, and boom. You've got a bit of a levitating base right there. That's pretty awesome. Whenever I'm done reviewing everything, I'll go ahead and I'll take you down level with the flag so you can see what this thing looks like all together. Okay. I feel like I need to have Empire Strikes Back on so I can actually see how this thing goes together. But I do believe if you follow the pattern, there seems to be a pattern here of how these things might go together. Yeah, see, there's a groove right here, and this actually fits right into that base like so. All right, we are off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. So it looks like it's going to be pretty easy to put together as long as you follow the correct patterns. Let me see, what have we got? Nope, not there. Nope, not there. It would really be helpful for instructions, but you know, who needs them, right? Who needs instructions these days? Okay, next up, we've got this guy. Slides right into spot right there. All right, this is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be after looking at it. So cool. Okay. This guy's a little bit more difficult to figure out, but I think he goes right here. It looks like the only spot where you've got a long tab and need to focus in on that. Got a long tab and a short tab, and it looks like those line up perfectly right here in that spot. So there we go. Yep, that was the one. Okay, so that one's in. Let's see, what have we got next? We have got let's see. Nope, not there. Looks, oh, here we go. Right there. It's kind of like a puzzle. Hopefully this isn't too boring. And then we've got small tab, long tab. Should pop in right there. We're almost there. All right. This guy here looks like he goes into place right there. A lot of there's and here's here. Apologize for that, but there's not much else to say as I put this thing together. Okay, next up, this is the last piece that has the jigsaw puzzle applique. So put that on there. And then we've got this. Fits right into the spot here. All right. Which leaves these two spots right here for these little guys. And let's see. Again, follows the same pattern. Long and short, longer hole, shorter hole. Or not long and short, but a small tab and a big tab. And it fits right in there like that. And last but not least, this piece right here. I tell you what, it would be really difficult to get this thing together if it was a vintage collection, because it just feels not fragile, but if it was vintage collection, oh, nope, that didn't work. If it was vintage collection, there would be it'd be kind of dicey at times putting this thing together. I feel like I should have put this on before I put that on. Note to self, if you go to put this together, it's easier if you put this on first and then follow it up with the longer railing. And yeah, okay. So we are pretty good to go. I'm actually going to pull that out. Give me a little bit more leverage for this. Get it in there a little bit better. There we go. Now it's in. And we'll put this guy back where he belongs, right here. There we go. All right, look at that. That is pretty damn cool. Right on. Way to go, Hasbro. This is definitely the way to start. Absolutely. Okay. Now we need the part that attaches to the end of it where we can dangle Luke off the edge. That would be awesome. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and look at Vader first, because quite frankly, we have a lot of Vaders, and I'd like to know what makes this one special other than just being Darth Vader. He's freaking awesome, right? Number one, this Vader has a wired cape, so you can do all sorts of really cool poses with this thing, right? The wind's blowing it in the background. and get to form some really awesome poses with it. Okay, it does have this tag right here, which I am going to have to cut off. I won't put you all through that right now, but I will cut that off camera. Articulation, of course, you've got neck, and this is not a removable helmet Darth Vader. This is a solid head Vader. So neck, great articulation there. Shoulders, elbows, elbow twists, wrist. God, that tag is really going to bug me. Boom, tag is gone. All right, moving on. We have got waist, hips, thigh swivel. He's got double knee articulation. And ankle rockers. So he's got excellent articulation. Also, of course, he comes with his lightsaber with the removable hilt right there. That's awesome. I'm sure it could probably fit on a belt, on his belt somewhere, but why would we want to do that, right? Yeah, it would. It'd fit right there on his belt. But this is an action scene, not an extinguished lightsaber scene. So that is Darth Vader. I'm going to pose him out in just a second. One thing I'd also like to tell you about is that there are no spots on here for pegs. There's no pegs on this thing. So I recommend Moocher's 3D Print Lab for all of your action figure stand needs. That will help you out immensely because we all know that Hasbro figures do not stand up on their own like SH Figure Arts do, right? Moving on, we have Luke Skywalker in his Bespin fatigues. He is battered, bruised, beaten, torn up, and he looks amazing. That is a great face sculpt for Luke. I feel like they're really starting to nail it with these face sculpts, specifically on the original trilogy characters, right? Luke has, for a long time, not looked quite right. Even the latest Farm Boy Luke, just a little off, right? But this Bespin Luke, he is the closest we've gotten from Hasbro on the Black Series so far. Again, the detail right here, the attention to detail on the torn up fatigues is just fantastic. And articulation, you have got, of course, neck, great swivel on the neck. You've got shoulders. He also has a bit of a rubbery feel to him right here, which gives him a little bit more articulation, a little bit more posability, which is great. Let's see, you've got the waist, hips. There is hips, there is no thigh swivel, knees, and the knees twist. So there you go. That'll kind of compensate for the lack of a thigh swivel. And of course, you've got the ankle rockers, shoulders, elbows, really great bend on the elbows, and they also twist. Plus, you've got great wrist articulation right there. So overall, a great looking figure with fantastic articulation. He also comes with his lightsaber, of course, with the removable hilt. Pretty standard for all Black Series figures, but I always like to point it out. DL-44 blaster. And between the two of them, there is a clash effect for their lightsabers. That's going to look really nice on the display. The blaster does tuck right into his holster like that. Like I said with Vader, not that it's going to be extinguished, but you can put the lightsaber right there on his belt. So, boom. Nice. Saber in hand, he looks ready for battle. Very cool action figure. Very happy with this one. And like I said, on a Moocher's 3D Print Lab stand, boom, they just stand right up, no problem. Very cool. Let's move on to Darth Vader, and we'll put these two in action. Might take you some time to actually unfurl his cape, because it's really bunched up, and there's actually a little joint in right here, which is a little bit bulky and kind of makes it more difficult to pose it. But you can just kind of wrap it around like so and hide that, but check it. It looks really nice billowing behind him like that. But you're definitely, with the weight of this cape, you're definitely going to need a stand for him. So again, I'm sticking with my go-to, a Darth Moocher's 3D Print Lab stand like that. And we're going to see how well that holds up. Let's see. Boom. Perfect. They are posed out and battling. Look at that. How awesome is that? Platform's got some really great design work, a lot of really cool greeblies, some really nice flooring, and just overall great detail. And then you've got these figures, right? Look at that clash right there. That is absolutely fantastic. And then of course you've got, pardon my mess, but you've got Vader's cape kind of billowing a little bit. I'm gonna have to work on that, get some better poses going. But overall, it is just an absolute fantastic set. So, like I said, what do you guys want to see in your future Black Series collection? What kind of play sets? What kind of little mini setups do you want? Because we know we're not going to get big world building setups, right? We're going to get these little cool setups like this. And I'm just really interested to know what else would you like to see? So that's it. The Bespin Luke and Darth Vader dual 2-pack with platform. How cool. All right, bring it, Hasbro. Let's see some more. What you got? All right, thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in. And as always, keep it nerdy.